Hi everyone, I'm Nina Bosky and welcome to Life Bites Live, where entertainment meets life. Well, this week, if you need to be inspired, you have come to the right place. Eric Handler, co-founder and publisher of Positively Positive, shares his message, a message that has over 1 million Facebook fans. And international spiritual leader, the Reverend Michael Beckwith, is here with us. You may know the Reverend Michael from the movie phenomenon The Secret, or from his work as the founder and director of Agape International Spiritual Center. We also have Stephen Powers, the president of Agape Media International, with us talking about transformational entertainment in our bonus segment. Well, it's all about inspiration and being positive today. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get going and say hello to our very own chat chick, Julia Price. Great to have you here.
Great to be here, Nina, and it's great. You guys are already in the chat room. I love it. It's so great to talk to you there. And remember, we stream live on Justin.tv. You can just sign up for a screen name and a username there. It's super fast and easy to use. And if you're on emPOWERme.tv's homepage, you can click on the live video section and find us there. And if you want to share the link with friends, which we hope you do, we want a big chat party, you can send them to emPOWERme.tv/live.
Thanks, Julia. Well, during the week, we asked this question: what is the vision of your life? Recently, I had a chance to interview Pia Toscano from American Idol for Positively Positive at the Dream Foundation, hosted at the Bacara Resort in Santa Barbara. Well, she tells us that no dream is ever too big to reach, so check it out.
I'm living my dream right now. I'm very fortunate. I've dreamt about singing for American Idol and being on the show forever. It took me 5 times for that to actually happen. I still dream about the Grammys, everything. It's crazy that my dreams actually have come true, and they're still coming true, and I really have to pinch myself every day. There's always obstacles. I'm still trying to get through those obstacles today. You really just have to believe in yourself, be so confident. I mean, everything's really difficult, but you just have to keep forging ahead and just stay positive. Keep believing, keep dreaming. No dream is ever too big. That's what I always say. I always tweet that. No dream is ever too big. I'm Pia Toscano, and I am Positively Positive.
Wow, well, she certainly has a gift and the ability to dream big. So, Julia, what do you think your vision or dream is for your life?
Well, I think my vision is constantly changing, so the one constant I want to have is to wake up grateful and happy for what I have every single day, and to have people who I love and people who love me unconditionally around no matter what I'm doing.
Oh, I love that. Well, my vision early on was just to heal and transform my own life. And now it is simply to help inspire and transform others and hopefully have some fun along the way. You know, I don't look at this as a job. It really is my life. So when we come back, we'll talk to Eric Handler, who is the co-founder and publisher of Positively Positive, that started with quotes on Facebook, and who knew, it has definitely grown. So here is one of Eric's favorites: we cannot change the cards we are dealt, just how we play the hand.
Something's missing, and I don't know how to fix it. Something's missing, and I don't know what it is at all. Imagine a dad for a moment, in his 30s, late 30s, fortunate and successful by any means. He's healthy, he's got a loving family, financially secure. To the outside looking in, everything seems absolutely perfect. But on the inside, something deep down is missing. This dad is living that quote. One day, he's with his 4-year-old daughter. He takes her to gymnastics class. And he's watching the kids in class, and they are just, with every flip, with every tumble, living life to the absolute fullest. Effervescence, full of joy, happy, pure happiness. It's the epitome of living in the moment. He turns and he looks at the other parents, himself included. And there's an overall sense of sadness, something off, maybe a little disconnect. Parents looking at their watch, wanting to be somewhere else. Like the quote, something missing. He looks between the parents and the kids, and he wonders what happens between childhood and adulthood. And he looks up, and he sees one simple quote on the wall: attitude is everything.
If you're just joining us, this is Life Bites Live on emPOWERme.tv. I'm Nina Bosky, and today we're talking about inspiration. And with me is the co-founder and publisher of Positively Positive, Eric Handler. With over 1 million followers on Facebook, something is touching a nerve in society which is more prevalent now than ever it has been before. So thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is an amazing show, and I have much gratitude for inviting me on. Thank you.
Wow, but over 1 million Facebook fans, and also on the web. The web just shot up too.
Yes, we launched the website in October. The Facebook page launched 2 years ago in May, and the website October of last year, and it's on fire thanks to you guys. It's touching a nerve and inspiring people, and that's the idea, so we can all share in the common goal of living to our fullest and highest potential. I mean, isn't that what we all want?
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. You know, but let's talk about this. How did Mr. Positive become so positive? Or, like you like to say, is how did the spark begin? We heard a little bit on the TED Talk.
Yes, well, like I haven't always been Mr. Positive. I've had my fair share over the years of ups and downs, of good and bad, the good, bad, and the ugly. You know, gone through many incarnations in my life of jobs. A couple years ago, you know, I've always been on a spiritual path. You know, I became a meditator when I was 10 years old, due to my dad making sure I learned that, and that foundation was always with me. So I've always been a searcher, on a journey, whether it's Tony Robbins or just an avid reader of amazing books.
Or Guru Singh, which
Or
is where you
Guru
and I,
Singh
yeah,
is how we
How we
met.
met, yeah.
Guru Singh is one of the most amazing teachers that I've ever come across. So, yes.
So, you were able to grow so fast.
Yes.
What do you think it is that just clicks with people now?
You know, I don't know, Nina, the silver bullet or the lightning in the bottle, but what I do know, and I look at this stuff every day. I mean, we haven't missed, and I say we, it's my wife and I started this together, and it's great because kind of like you in that, you know, there's very little blur between your work life and your life. That's kind of how we are right now, and from everybody we surround ourselves with to our life at home and outside. But it's you know, I think there's just so much negativity that we hear every day, from the news to our news feeds and, you know, Facebook, Twitter, what have you. That's a lot of what we get, and at our core, human nature, I think we're all good people, and we want to live great, fulfilled, happy lives. We want connection. So somehow I think we've just tapped into that. People know that they could come to a safe place and feel inspired and connect with each other, and you know, I think that's a big part of it, with all the negativity out there, and it's a daily thing. It's like a muscle. Every day we're offering something just a little bit so you can work on that muscle every day, because it's easy to get distracted.
Okay, and you know, that's actually a good point. In the chat room, a lot of people are asking specific questions about how to stay positive. England05 says, how can we be positive when we have hard times, bills to pay, we're looking for a job, etc.? How do you keep positive through the ups and downs?
Thank you, Julia. That's a great question, England. You know, look, I've been through the hard times as well, so I can relate. I've been, you know, at a place in my life where I was eating top ramen. I mean, that was all I was able to afford many years ago. So for me personally, you know, I'm not the guru. I can only talk from personal experience. You know, I think if you look at a person and you look at, you know, the books they read, and if you look at the people they surround themselves with, you know, that's going to tell you a lot about where they're going to be in 5 years or 10 years. So for me personally, it's about reading books that are going to help me. It's about surrounding myself with people that are going to lift me up, because if we're not being lifted up, we're being brought down. So, you know, while we're going through the hard times especially, you know, things, you know, are self-fulfilling. So we're automatically thinking these negative thoughts. What do we need to do on a daily basis to get out of that negative space? And, you know, the books, the people, all that stuff. It's like we have to go on a mind cleanse almost, just like our bodies, the mind has to be cleansed of this negativity, and only we can do that.
So, you know, it's so funny, you were talking about Top Ramen. I remember those days, the Top Ramen days. But you just came, it's a good point, you just came off the road with Oprah and Oprah's life class, and there were some big hitters on that road.
Yes.
What did you learn?
It's a great question. Yeah, we were on a tour with Life Class, 3 cities with Oprah. It was featuring Tony Robbins, Deepak Chopra, Ian Van Sant, and Pastor T.J. Jakes. And you know, all of these people are just incredible. And what I learned is that they're all people that truly are living their passion. They feel it and they breathe it in everything they do. You know, Oprah is a wonderful example. I mean, you know, the whole network she's building is about entertainment with a purpose. And when you sit down with her, she looks into your soul. There's nobody else, there's nothing else going on in the world except you. And the purpose, her purpose, is greater than herself. And that's one big thing I learned from Oprah and her whole team. Their purpose of breathing every day is much larger than themselves, and that's kind of translated into what I've done, and that really helped me pinpoint that. You know, what I do on a daily basis, and one of the reasons why I get so inspired every day is because it's greater than myself. You know, before Positively Positive, I was there's a quote out there that says basically, vision without action is a dream. And action without vision is drudgery, but action and vision is a dream fulfilled. So, you know, I look at people like Oprah and her whole team, and they are putting those two together in an amazing way and just bringing it every day, a vision larger than themselves, larger than life, and to me that, it speaks to me. It speaks to me. It really speaks to me. So it's living on fire every day,
and I think that
something bigger than ourselves.
And I think that at the end of the day, when we have a sense of purpose, that's what also makes it all count too. You know. Question for you: you've been at this now several years. Is the dream matching the reality? Is it better what you thought it was? What do you think about it?
Is the dream matching the reality? It's work every day. It's hard work every day. You know, when I look at all these people out there, the people I mentioned, and there's other people out there who aren't maybe household names yet, who are doing the work every day. This stuff, anything that is a vision, a true vision, takes hard work. It doesn't, just because we have a vision doesn't mean it's going to happen. We have to make it happen. We have to take the bull by the horns and make it happen. You know, there's a whole crop of these amazing people in this space coming up, from you know, Waylon Lewis of Elephant Journal, Mastin Kipp of the Daily Lug. I mean, here's another guy in a few years. 2 years, I think he's got over 500,000 Twitter followers. Danielle Laporte. There's just so many amazing people coming up in this space, but they have a vision, they have an action plan, and it's doing the work. I mean, these people work their butts off every day. And so that's a big part of it.
And I also think that a lot of times people see the vision or they see the result and they think it's all fun and they don't realize the behind the scenes. For you and I, we both know that it takes a lot of work to get that vision across, right? So what would you say to somebody that has a vision and really wants to get their dream out there and they want to manifest it? What would you say to them? They might be having some trouble. What would be your advice?
I'd say first and foremost, if you have a vision and you're having some trouble getting it going, I would say, you know, look deep down and ask yourself, is this really my vision? Number one, because if you want to follow through with your vision, I mean, you look at people like Steve Jobs and Martin Luther King, and I mean, these are leaders who have really are exemplary figures of vision and visionaries. So if we're going to step on that path of vision, we have to first make sure that's really what we want, because doing the work is the key. But I would suggest once you have found what that vision is, surround yourself with people. I mean, you know, up until the past 2 years, I had a problem asking for help. I had a problem going to those people around me asking for help, mentors, etc. I mean, there's people out there who've been there before, they've done it before. So I surround myself now personally with people who can make me better. And I think that's a big part of it. I would recommend also, you know, a book by Danielle Laporte. It's a new book. It's called The Fire Starter Sessions. And it's about shaping your vision and really figuring out what your vision is, which I think is a tough part for a lot of us, as well as putting an action plan into place once you know what your vision is.
So, because the theme of today's show is what is the vision of your life, what is yours?
For my life personally, my vision is to live an impactful, purposeful, happy, healthy life with character at its core. Because, you know, we could be doing all these things in the world, but if we don't live a life of character, you know, I don't think it really means much to me personally. So that's my vision for my life.
You got to walk your talk, huh?
That's right.
Every single day.
That's right.
So I'd like to thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me. What you guys are doing is what it's all about, and we're happy to be here.
Thank you.